There's a lot that went down at the Oscars that I found quite interesting, and I think you will too. You'll see what happens when two legendary figures, Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg, shared a stage, sparking rumors of old grudges and personal resentments flaring up once again. Keep in mind that award ceremonies are supposed to be glamorous, inspiring, and celebratory. At least that's how Hollywood wants us to see them. But beneath the red carpets, glittering gowns, and gleaming trophies, there's a hidden world of rivalries, envy, and outright hypocrisy. Now it wasn't just Oprah and Whoopi that was giving off a weird vibe. The entire evening was laced with the kind of activism that reeks of self-interest. Land acknowledgments, heavily scripted tributes, and tearful calls to arms rang hollow, especially when stacked against these celebrities' offstage behavior. If you found yourself watching in disbelief, witnessing cringe-worthy moments that made you question everything you've ever heard about these icons, you're not alone. The tension, the awkward silences, and the forced applause told a story that the mainstream media often glosses over. When it comes to awards season, the show is rarely about genuine acknowledgement of talent. More often, it's about personal ambitions and PR strategies crafted to keep the spotlight shining on the stars who crave it most. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's plenty to unpack here, from Oprah's rumored bitterness over never winning the prize she believes she deserves, to Whoopi's subtle yet telling reactions that made fans wonder if there's more than meets the eye. And once we're done picking apart their drama, we'll zoom out and look at the broader phenomenon of celebrity virtue signaling, how some public figures wear one face for the cameras and another in their private lives. So, get comfortable. This story is bigger, juicier, and far more revealing than you might expect. Imagine you're sitting in a packed theater. The stage lights illuminate two larger-than-life figures. Both are revered in different ways, and both share a history in one of the most iconic films about struggle, resilience, and triumph, The Color Purple. They come together to honor a legendary musician, and everything seems perfectly cordial, until that fleeting moment when a microphone slip reveals everything. But if you're asking yourself who was that legendary musician, it was no other than Quincy Jones, who died last November at the age of 91.
He actually discovered me for The Color Purple, which was my first film. Yeah.
Me too.
Oprah Winfrey takes the mic. She begins recounting her own origin story, reminding everyone that the man they're there to celebrate played a pivotal role in discovering her for her first film. She speaks with the confidence of someone who's used to dominating conversations, used to being the center of attention, and used to wearing the crown of America's inspiration. Then, almost as an afterthought, there's a faint, reluctant acknowledgement of Whoopi, who stands nearby. The tension is undeniable, like a ripple in still water. A forced clap, a half-hearted nod. The question on everyone's mind: are they truly celebrating the same moment? Or is something else at play? Speculation grew louder. Some recalled rumors dating back years about how Oprah might have resented not winning an Oscar for that film, and how Whoopi went on to snag an Oscar of her own, albeit for a different movie.
Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost.
He wants me to tell you what he's saying word for word.
Thanks. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted this. You don't know.
Others remembered old interviews in which Oprah discussed how deeply she values accolades and how that perceived snub still weighs on her. The entire exchange felt like an unspoken duel. Two icons who are forever linked by their early roles, yet somehow separated by their own ambitions. As entertaining as the Oprah-Whoopi saga might be, it's just one facet of a larger issue plaguing Hollywood: blatant virtue signaling.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I'll try everything, I promise.
Take Selena Gomez as an example. She recently made a dramatic public plea about immigrants, exclaiming how her people were under attack and how she was devastated by the plight of those seeking refuge. It was a tearful display that painted her as a champion of the downtrodden. Fast forward to the awards ceremony, and she's dripping in diamonds and waltzing around in designer gowns that cost a small fortune. Of course, there's no law against enjoying success, but the glaring contrast between her earlier emotional plea and her extravagant red carpet moment set off alarm bells for many viewers. Was her concern genuine? Or did it serve as a well-timed moment to garner sympathetic headlines? This is the paradox of Hollywood activism. One moment, celebrities appear in videos solemnly declaring their solidarity with the oppressed. The next, they're wearing custom creations adorned with thousands of crystals, each piece painstakingly crafted by artisans, and flaunting it all on a platform that celebrates wealth and excess. The unspoken message is, I care, just enough to speak about it when it benefits my brand, but not enough to materially change my lifestyle or share my wealth in a way that truly helps. While Selena Gomez's story highlights the extravagance of celebrity hypocrisy, Julianne Howe provides a cautionary tale about the ease with which Hollywood stars can recast themselves as woke. During the awards ceremony, Howe took a moment to acknowledge the indigenous peoples upon whose land the event was allegedly taking place. On paper, it's a respectful gesture. In practice, it felt like a forced, hollow statement, especially in light of her past controversies.
We gather in celebration of the Oscars on the ancestral lands of the Tongva, Tataviam, and Chumash peoples, the traditional caretakers of this water and land. We honor and pay our respects to indigenous communities here and...
For those who don't remember, pictures emerged some years ago of half-dressed in blackface for a Halloween costume. She later apologized, but the damage was done. So when she performed a land acknowledgement, it seemed more like an attempt to wipe the slate clean than a heartfelt expression of respect. Cynics might even say it was a direct line to the PR playbook. When you've stepped into hot water before, come back stronger with a grand proclamation of your awareness. But does this signal real growth, or is it just another layer of the Hollywood brand-building machine? You might be wondering, why should I care about the drama between Oprah and Whoopi, or how a land acknowledgement collides with a blackface scandal? The truth is, these incidents hint at deeper cultural and social issues, like how easily public figures can shape narratives to suit themselves, and how readily they assume moral authority they might not deserve. The veneer of compassion, of wokeness, of concern for social causes can be a powerful tool for maintaining relevance, pushing personal brands, and masking less savory motivations. Watching celebrities self-promote under the guise of activism might seem inconsequential at first, but it has broader implications. For one, it can dilute legitimate social movements by turning them into fleeting trends. And it can discourage everyday people from addressing problems themselves under the misconception that the stars are handling it. But as we've seen, many celebrities are more focused on photo ops and viral moments than on implementing real change. So where do we go from here? Perhaps the lesson is to stay curious and question the narratives that come from the top of Tinseltown. After all, these awards shows and the speeches that fill them are designed to entertain and shape public perception. But by looking more carefully at the people on stage, by connecting their carefully chosen words with their actual deeds, we can see through the glitz and make our own judgments. Will Hollywood ever purge itself of hypocrisy? Probably not, but viewers have more power now than ever before to demand better. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, hit that subscribe button, and stay curious.